Now, why? Do you know actually the story, the history why it came the weight, sex, and sag?
No.
It's actually it's all about anti-aging. You know,
Yes.
you look at ourselves. Yeah, let's not look at the folks who are say our parents' generation. You know, something like that, who are like really old. You know, of course, I'm not gonna disclose our age. You still look like
No,
18. My,
I'm 44.
I know, I know.
My age, I never
Yeah,
been.
you're 44, I'm 42. I still, you still look like 18, and your
You
performance is
too.
like
You're
18.
like
I'm
18.
29. Okay, so I'm in
You're
the
like 18.
29s. But things they were doing very similar, and changes and experiences that went through are also very similar. And when you look at yourself as you age over the years, you see that certain parts of your body and most of the parts of your body, they are not that sort of you lose the fullness, you know.
Respond.
Yeah, you lose the fullness, you lose your connective tissue compartments, you know, all the fat tissue
Hormonal balance.
compartments, right? Everything is starting sagging and all. And the drivers that behind that, of course, the hormonal imbalance for males and females, tremendously important, you know. And as the experience shows, when it is addressed at the hospital level or the conventional medicine, it is way too low, way too late. You know, because the current guidelines for the hypogonadism, you know, and all that, they are designed in such a way that you got to crash completely. You got to age 100% or 150%. You're going to be totally ill, disabled. You're going to be ruined and destroyed. And then maybe if you fulfill certain criteria, we're going to put you on a certain hormone replacement therapy, which will take you on a roller coaster ride, you know, if you're
And
a
never,
male,
never
you know,
will be.
ups and downs. And it's never exactly. Why? Because too late. You know, a
Yeah.
lot of things are made too late. And even with this COVID, you know, we see like everyone is talking about aftermath, you know, how we're going to deal with the post effect, you know. I mean, that's too late, you know. And there's a lot of things that can be done before that. And definitely you won't allow the situation to go to that horrible state as it is, you know. So we are going to continue again that weight, sex, and sex, but this time from our side, our geographical side here, the guys are going to add on the aging of the extracellular matrix, and there will be a lecture on the specifics of the aging of the motor locomotor apparatus, you know, the musculoskeletal apparatus, so how the bones age, how the connective tissue, the ligaments, the muscles, and all of that, you know, because that's very interesting also, not only for an say athletic person, right?
Yeah,
But
normal person.
a normal aging, you know, it explains so many things. And if you do not address those changes that happen to you physiologically, you know, if you will still think that, no, I have my strong will, you know, I can push it, you know, I can still exercise, I can
Completely
control
different.
diet
Yeah.
and all. Oh, no, it's not happening, you know, because as you have aged, your rate of metabolism, your endocrine system, your minerals metabolism, you know, your insulin
Everything is
sensitivity,
different. Yeah.
everything is different, everything is changing. And if you think that I'm still doing what I was doing when I was 20, now when I'm 30 or 40, still gonna do the same, live healthy, you know, and all, nope,
But
doesn't work.
you can overcome those obstacles. You can be
Absolutely.
better than 20s if you
Right.
understand what you are telling. You know, you if you understand the hormonal balance, how to push up the epigenetics, how to push up everything from muscular concept until mind concept. You know,
Right.
of course there are so many things that we can develop to help the doctors and our clients to make a better treatment to their patients and a better development on their business. You know, we have so many teams on the aging processes, prevention from aging, chronic disease, and everything. You know, on the under the aspect of immunology, The neuroimmunology is very important, and the hormonal immunology is very important too. Autoimmune diseases are all the time here. We know now that the COVID triggers the auto antibodies. So the autoimmunity is more active after the COVID. It's the same as herpes, for example. So I can develop so many teams, you know, and you know already that I'm focused on oncology support with all the immunotherapy, but also to chronic fatigue, chronic adrenal fatigue, and all the other things connected to the hormonal neuroimmunology. I can always develop teams, and also for the aging, hormonal aging. So you just decide what should I do. I put the teams.
I love what you have said. I think that, you see, when it's coming to the immunology and all these things, this is absolutely this is your backyard. You know, this is like something that you know, at the back of your hand. You know, and you've been in it for a few decades already. As a scientist, and then as a practitioner and as a clinician, you know, you've done it all. So I trust you 100% on this. So whatever your approach, whatever your input you're gonna offer, I absolutely will go with that 100%. From my side, I have already prepared a very short, it's more like an introductory lecture which explains what is immune senescence and inflammation. You know, all these two things, and how the primary and secondary lymphoid organs age. And I'm not touching on the ASI, not a single word there. I will just touch in general, you know, how the adaptive, the innate and adaptive immunity can be optimized. You know, it's quite basic, it's quite general.
I can go from your introduction, and I can put the more specific and practical themes. For example, not so bright, not so wide, because then we cannot focus. You know, we can divide or split like ideas. For example, immunotherapy, combining immunotherapy for cancer support, combining immunotherapy for chronic fatigue, and so on.
Right. Yes. Yes. That would be beautiful. You know, that would be great. And a great thing about you that you have a lot of cases, and you know, we've published already quite a number.
We are going to do more and more.
And it's not just a single case. Now it's a case series. You know, we had one like with the 6 cases, right, in one publication. That was awesome. And that's really, it's a great input. It's very scientific. It's very properly, very rationally, very safely done. It's like with all the gold standards of care. You know, so I love it, and it's very, very modern and very daring in the same time.
I have to thank you, because otherwise I couldn't do without you. You know, you are helping me more than normal. I have to really thank you for that. I couldn't
really appreciate it
without you. Really thank you.
Yeah, and I believe this.
You are like my mentor. You are like my mentor.
No, please come down. No. I'll start crying. You know, I'm becoming emotional.
No, but you really are my mentor. I see you as my mentor, and I respect you so much. And everything that you tell me, I will follow 100%. Just tell me what to do.
Likewise. Absolutely. You know, I love working with you. You know, we had a long start, you know, when we were sort of getting each other quite slow. You know, it took us a few years, you know, because I'm not meeting that much, you know, but once we found the chemistry and we clicked, you know, it's absolutely perfect. You know? And the same goes to the IBRS, you know, and the students for the master, and also there will be more coming 2021.
Yeah, I developed some introduction immunity classes. If you, I don't know if you saw, but I put in an archive some introductory immune lecture. But I didn't develop more, because I wanna expect a little bit for the feedback from
the student. Of course,
so
absolutely.
I could customize a little bit more the classes, you know, because immunology is very it's very wide. There are so many things to do in immunology. So I just developed a basic immunity classes, and afterwards I can go to aging, immunity aging, or prevention for immunity aging, epigenetics and immunity, so on. And I wanna wait a little bit. I would develop like every week more lessons, but then I stopped to wait a little bit what they should need. It's
Right,
better to
right.
focus on their need. Again,
Because
design
it's
thinking.
it's tertiary subspecialty in postgraduate education. It's
Yeah.
impossible just to embrace everything and just
If they say
put
to me,
out.
Ronnie, I wanna develop my thesis on autoimmunity, then I can develop lectures on autoimmunity. It's like the
Yes.
PhD I'm doing. We have like online lessons, and we just put people to understand what they want to see, what they
Hmm.
want to learn.
Hmm.
So what about your thesis? What you are interested on? So I can develop more focused the immunology classes. It's not a grad school that I have to teach all immunology. This is very
Hmm.
boring. Just tell me what you want, then I will focus the
Right.
lessons to you completely. I think it's best. I don't know if you
Yeah,
agree with that.
absolutely, absolutely. I agree with that. I agree with that. Because every student, when they start their program, they have a specific interest. They have a specific reason why they choose this, why they choose the particular topic. It's because of their clientele. It's because of the patients or the nature of their employment. So they will try to focus on that area specifically and improve themselves because it's. Um, how's it called? There's a term for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Competency-based education. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
competency-based education. So you have a specific problem that you want to overcome, and
Have
the
your
team
research
of
question.
lecturers,
Yeah.
correct, they will facilitate you, they will help you to design the study, conduct the research, and through that overcome the obstacles, whatever you
You
are facing,
decide to
in
do that.
your
Yeah.
practice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very easy to do online now, because then you can just put like some PDFs to the students. They can learn from the PDFs, then they can search themselves. You just release their freedom to study and to
Mhm.
understand how research is on the aging team. You don't have to give everything. You just have to push them to be happy to research, because a PhD or a master degree, it's different than in a specialization. You just have to learn how to research and have a very good research question. If
Right.
you have a very good research question, a very good
Right.
hypothesis, then you can go on from there. And this is why I didn't put so many lessons in immunology, because I don't know what they want. And I
Mhm.
want to hear a little bit from them. And speaking about the SPME, the
EDCME.
title,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the continuous education for medical
Physicians
professionals.
continuous medical education.
Thank you. This is different. Then we can choose more or less the teams, the titles, and then we can develop in the way that you
Yes,
prefer.
I think the way how we gonna do from the transition from part one or season one to season two to season three is that it's not gonna be 100% totally different content, but it has to be a slow flow. Sort of, there's one
Connection.
line of thought, that we're developing, and it has some kind of uh, uh, the
Link.
course, the link, the purpose and the outcome. There has to be a connection between it. And I also propose that we should not 100% change the actual lectures, but some
Yes.
core lectures which
Yes.
are talking about the hormonal optimization. It has
Perfect.
to go through, because there will be people who have just newly joined and they haven't watched part one. Even if you've been the participant of the season one of this sex, weight, sex and sex
Mhm.
workshop, but even every lecture is going to be slightly modified, slightly improved. Maybe there are some bugs, some mistakes, or something more precise, more information is going to be adjusted into the new
And
content.
also, I think we should have an inquiry. I don't know if you have that, a survey or inquiry where the doctors could write down the themes that they would want to hear.
That's a great idea.
Like put an inquiry. If somebody just ask the doctors, can you give us 3 themes that you want to hear about or to learn about?
Sure.
So maybe we could see those themes and then make this cycle of the same teams, like associating all the cycles, putting their titles or their interested themes.
That's a great idea.
I think it would be interesting. For example, this year I did 4 seminars about autoimmunity, but different kind of diseases, but they have the same core. As you know, autoimmunity has the same core. So I developed like lupus, multiple sclerosis, Crohn's disease, and other one that I don't remember more. So I did like 4 teams for autoimmunity, and each team I gave the basics, and then I directed it to the disease itself. And it's interesting because people get connected. It's like a Netflix series,
Yeah,
you just
right.
want to go to the other one episode, and they have a connection between them.
And you have in the next episode.